Black beans are scientifically known as Phaseolus vulgaris. They are part of the Fabaceae family, and they are the world's most important legumes. They come from plants, and they have a variety of names, depending on the region and the language in that region, which are presented in the next slide. Black beans are also healthy food choices because they contain starch, dietary fiber, protein, lipids, and minerals. They actually contain more saponins, flavonoids, and antioxidants than common beans, so that's why it is better to consume them. Phaseolus vulgaris started out as a wild-growing food plant in Middle America and the Andes. These wild forms actually self-pollinated. They eventually evolved into a food crop known today as legumes. They have different genetics depending on their geographic area. They have a difference in color of plants and seeds and the size of their stems, leaves, and pods. They have the same biological species, but they have different characteristics. Here is a picture of the wild vine. And here are some of the examples of those different characteristics. Additionally, Phaseolus vulgaris was first domesticated about 4,000 years ago in Mesoamerica and South America. Nowadays, they're cultivated in many dry and a little moist regions. They grow at 500 to 2,000 meters above sea level altitudes, and their difference in growth habit and seed type are actually due to human selection and the biodiversity that humans create through this human selection. Wild forms are still distributed today from Mexico to northern Argentina. Phaseolus vulgaris originated in the Americas, mostly from northern Mexico to northern Argentina. After domestication, the plant spread throughout Mexico and Latin America, and then to the United States, Europe, and Africa once the Europeans discovered America. They eventually spread through South America through trade routes, and then therefore became popular. This is the geographic distribution of wild and cultivated Phaseolus vulgaris. Eventually, this plant spread to the rest of the world because demand increased, except for Antarctica. Black beans are commonly consumed in many different cultures. It is important to note that they must be processed before they are consumed. The most popular form of processing them is boiling them first. It's also important to note that cooking changes the physical characteristics and chemical composition of the black beans. The antioxidant levels are significantly higher in raw beans than processed ones. Although processing may remove nutrients, it actually improves palatability. There is actually some archaeological and historical evidence. As mentioned before, black beans produce a lot of antioxidants. As the bean actually develops, they transform into healthier foods because their saponin and flavonoid contents increase. Because of their antioxidant levels, they help protect against diseases like cardiovascular disease and cancer. Their seed coats consist of anthocyanins, which are strongly antioxidant and antibacterial. Here are some examples. This study was done on rats, and the bottom line was that tumors were significantly lower in rats that were fed the black bean diet. And here's a study that was done on humans, and Mitchell and his colleagues concluded that consumption of black beans played a role in the prevention of many chronic diseases. Because saponins are toxic, it's important that we wash them beforehand. Black beans are consumed worldwide today because they are both affordable and healthy. Also, consumption is much higher because of immigration, people's interest in ethnic foods, and changes in people's diet. Black beans are both sold in fast food places or upscale restaurants. They are consumed by low-income Americans because they're much cheaper than other proteins like meat, chicken, and fish. To conclude, I really believe that black beans should be a part of the human diet because they have many health benefits, they are easily accessible, they are affordable, and they play huge assets to different cultures' cuisines. I think they will continue to play this role because they are so cross-culturally popular.